What's up, beautiful people, to another episode of Pursuit of Destiny podcast. I am Ricky Jones Jr., which I get the pleasure of being the host of here podcast, which I appreciate you all, whether you are viewing on YouTube or listening to the various podcasts and networks in which this podcast may find itself out into the world. I appreciate you all. And if you want to tap into a group of people that is pursuing destiny, which inevitably means living life with purpose daily, go ahead and click that subscribe button or follow, whatever you are on. I would appreciate it, okay? And so, as you all saw, the topic for today is all about planning and the power of planning and the ability that you achieve by making the necessary plans to achieve the different goals that you so desire, and for you to be able to pursue the destiny that you were put on this earth to do, okay? Now, planning is so necessary to the utmost, truth be told. And I honestly had to come into contact with this. Like, I was like in and out of this, and I say in and out because through school I would of course get a planner, and I think it was something that you would actually get for free or something like that. But I used to get planners with the school logo. Maybe it wasn't free because it had the school logo, but anyway, I would get planners and they would give you the opportunity to write down things each and every day, be it your homework, classwork, things that you had to bring back, get permission slips, slides, or whatever it is that you had to do. It was like, okay, put it in your agenda so that you know when you get home, so that you can check things off when you get home and make sure you're ready for the next day. It was a whole idea behind agendas, and I was like, wow. Just felt like another assignment, which, I don't know, school is interesting and all that it is. However, I enjoyed myself at school largely because the partnerships and the relationships that I had with people, and I knew it was going to be a good time every time I stepped into those doors. But anyway, we're not here for that. We are here for the planning side of things, and I, like I said, came in contact with the benefit of it largely after I finished with school, right? So I went through grade school, went through undergraduate with in and out of agendas, like, oh, maybe I'll write some things, oh, maybe I won't, oh, maybe I use my phone, oh, maybe I don't, and then went through my master's program, and I was iffy. I was really relying upon my mental memory because I was really thinking I was training that by remembering things and things like that. However, some things fell through the loop, and I would go to school and be like, oh snap, like I forgot about that assignment. And crazy thing, I had a dream last night about a course that I was taking that I realized, whoa, I forgot I was taking that course. Crazy story, crazy dream. I woke up thinking, what in the world? But anyway, we are here today talking about the power of planning. And with planning, we have to do it. Planning prepares you for what's to come in the moment that you are in, right? So even in these podcasts, even when I do YouTube videos from gardening and different things like that, even in my work life, I write most things down. And I say most because it's not 100% there even to this day. Even though I know the benefit and power of it, I don't take advantage of it as I should. However, we can take advantage of it in doing and writing the different things that are necessary to propel us in pursuing our destiny, pursuing our purpose. So what does that look like? For me, I write down different ideas of podcast episodes, of ways in which we can talk, of different platforms and things like that. Write down, when I say platforms, there's many platforms that podcasts can go throughout. So a part of my agenda writing, a part of my planning is trying to get onto all those various platforms. Each platform has its own nuance of how you get on there, but you have to apply, blah, 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 and different things like that. And so I've just been doing those things as it pertains to the podcast. Even, like I said, coming up with content, thinking of different ways to incorporate Crystal and different things like that, planning the times in which I do actually sit down and record the podcast, thinking of times in which I can actually edit the podcast, upload it, write down the description, different things like that. All those things take time, and I believe that anything that takes time, you should plan accordingly. Write down in your agenda, write down in your planner, write down in your notebook, write down in your phone. I don't know where you write now, but I'm saying write it down, because when you write it down, you make it real. And it's something about writing things down that then allows for your brain to say, this is something that has to get done. I will say not many things that I write down don't get accomplished, right? So if I was to give a percentage to it, probably 97% of the things that I write down, I accomplish. probably about 40% of things that I memorize to do actually get accomplished when it's in the mental. You think of other things that can be done. For example, I would maybe memorize or say to myself, oh, okay, today I need to record 2 episodes of the podcast. And then if I just have it in my mental memory bank, I may be sitting on a couch watching a show, and I'll say, oh man, Ricky, like you actually deserve this moment to sit down and relax. And so the thought of relaxing will outweigh the plan to do the podcast. And as you relax for a moment of time, a little bit longer than necessary, you may find yourself into a nap or a rest and things like that. And you look up, oh man, my day has gone. Now I have to do another numerous of things that I was not doing, but I have to do. And so it's just as simple as that. Writing these things down. Most often when I have different things to do, I write them down so that I can see them, so that I can get them done. And I even feel like for myself, it's even a gratification moment when I get to check things off, right? And checking things off meaning things that I've actually completed, that I said that I was going to do or needed to do. You may be thinking to yourself, when do I have time to do these different things? Well, you have 2 moments in the day that are probably one of the best, or 2, because it's 2 things, 2 of the best times to write things down, and that's in the morning and that's at night. If you're writing things down in the morning, of course you can write things down of different things that you want to do throughout the day. If you're writing at night, you can write for what you want to do for the next day. And honestly, like those 2 times have been so pivotal, so beneficial to my growth and different things that I do. I've had people ask me, how do you do all that you do in the same 24 hours that I have? Well, I write things down, be it in a journal. I have various journals which I shared with you all before in another episode, but I also have To-Dos, which is an app that you have on your Apple phone, and I write things down usually when I'm in the sauna, right? So I go to the gym in the morning, and after working out, I always go to the sauna because that's like my meditation time. That's my solitude time. That's the time that I share with God and allow for my mentals to do what they do and plan out the day, as well as give affirmations to myself as well. If like if I'm distracted and things like that, be it other guys in there want to talk, I just do affirmations. However, in those times I'll write down all the different things that I want to do in the day, and sometimes some things may go to the next day because the day presents the challenges of its own. So I'll just write those things down, and those are my to-dos for the day that I personally want to do and accomplish. And sometimes it was a time in which like I had an accountability partner, my great friend, my son's godfather. I would share different things with him of different things that I wanted to get done, different things that I was believing for or wanted to do. And it's also beneficial, I'm saying that to say, to share with other people so that they too can hold you to a standard that you said you wanted to do this, so let's do what's necessary to get it done, which can be, a little rough in the beginning, like, oh man, don't tell me what to do, blah blah blah. No, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm reminding you of what you said needed to get done, which is a whole new shift of perspective, a whole new shift of mindset, which when your mindset is right, when your thought pattern is right, then your life will follow the trajectory of the way in which you think, right? Because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Or thinketh in his heart, meaning your mind. As you think in your mind, so will you be in this world, right? So if we think of ourselves as a purposeful individual living on purpose, as we think of ourselves as having the ability to pursue destiny or come into contact with moments in our life that were already prepared because of us doing the necessary things to get there, then we'll have that mindset to say, if I plan this down, if I think on these things, be it this morning or the night before, I know within myself I can get it done, right? And so obviously there's so many other negative aspects that can come with the idea of writing things down, saying you're going to do it, but we don't think on the negative, we think on the positive. And when the negative comes, we think of a positive spin that we can put on it, right? So what does that even look like? I'm not just going to throw you out there and not give an example. So here's a negative spin that may come up that we can flip that bad boy. So let's say I write down for tomorrow that I want to read 200 pages. That's very strong. 20 pages of a book tomorrow, right? I'm gonna spend 20 minutes to read 20 pages of a book, okay? And let's say that your bedtime is set for 10 p.m. and around 9:45 you look up and say, oh man, I did not read my book. What am I gonna do? Well, there's multiple things that you can do. You can sit down and say, okay, Here we go. Let's go ahead and read it. That's Fight Through It, which probably right before you go to bed probably isn't the best time to read, because you're not reading to achieve completion of a book, but you're reading to achieve the understanding of what's being read, right? And so probably that isn't the best time. So you may want to roll that over to the next day and tell yourself, the next day, let's go ahead and read 20 pages in 20 minutes. And if the reading gets good, you may read a little bit more and let that happen. But don't discourage yourself on what you didn't do, but say to yourself on how you can do it better next time, or extend or do the necessary things in the next day. However, there's benefits in all the different things that we achieve and strive to do, but don't beat yourself down. That's the point that I'm trying to make, because when you beat yourself down enough in any aspect of life, you'll diminish, you'll demolish, you'll stop pursuing those things in that given area until, I don't know, a light bulb comes on, somebody speaks life into that given area, or you see actually, oh man, like I was self-prohibiting myself from getting those things done, then boom, you'll come back to it. However, we're here, we're planning, we're strategizing, and we're looking to do different things. And also too, what planning does. Now let me just share this little nugget. If you're planning different things out, if you're a curator, if you're a content curator, I don't know what you may be doing, you're a creator, I don't know who you may be that are watching this, that are doing different things, pursuing destiny, accomplishing goals, boom, ja, boom, ja, boom. If you write things down, even if you don't have a given target date of completion, you'll always have something to refer to when your thoughts aren't there, right? So what am I saying? There are so many different YouTube video ideas that I have in my phone because of different thoughts that I might have, again, being in the beginning of the day or the end of the day. So if there's ever a time when I'm like, oh man, I want to do a video right now, but I don't know what I should do a video on, I'll just pop up, boom, 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 boom. Boom, that is an idea right there. And if I have the necessary tools or things that are necessary to complete that video, I will do it. And so I always have a repertoire of thoughts and ideas because I'm always writing things down, planning things, looking ahead, saying to myself, what can I do today that can prepare for a better tomorrow? And that's what plans do. That's what budgeting does, which is a whole nother topic, right? Budgeting allows for you to strategically tell your money to go to a specific area. That's what budgeting is for. It's not to prohibit you from living the life that you want to live, but no, it's for you to have a destination for your money so that when you go look at your bank account and things like that, you're not wondering where your money went. That's the difference between budgeting and not budgeting. Budgeting says money go here. Now budgeting says, where did the money go? Oh no, look at my account right now. So I mean, it can go so many different areas and avenues and ways. However, I'm saying that to say, let's plan. Let's prepare for tomorrow. Let's plan for today. Let's plan for our lives in a way that we can live life full of purpose each and every day so that we can have destiny moments and come into contact with who we are, allow the world to see all that we are so that we can be the best each and every day. So with that being said, I love you all. I appreciate you all, not only for tuning in, watching, but for sharing this, for sharing it with your family, your friends, your loved ones, or anybody that you may think this may be beneficial for, because on this channel, in this business, on this podcast, we desire for people to be all that they are, which inevitably means all that they were born to be, and come into contact with that, with others, with destiny moments, right? So let's pursue our purpose and let's live life with destiny in mind, with knowing that others will see all that we are and be like, wow, you are unique, and you're unique because you're living life on purpose. So with that being said, let's have a great day. Let's have a wonderful day. Live your life full of purpose and plan for the days ahead. It'll make it better when you come into them. All right, great people. Till next time. Peace.